Hi 4C, Mr. Burns here out in his backyard, and we're going to do some science. So we're looking today at your Year 4 science booklet. We're going to look at the first 5 pages. You may have already done that, and that's okay. All right, but this is really for those who haven't done it yet. So I'm going to show you what you need to do. Okay, so today we're looking at buoyancy. That's how you say that word. B-U-O-Y is pronounced boy. Okay, buoyancy. Now, what buoyancy is the ability of an object to float. All right, so that's what we're going to be looking at. Now, our science unit is on forces, so it has to do with the force of the water and the force of the object that's going into the water and the weight that's applied to that force. Okay, so if you look in your book, it says whether an object floats or sinks is determined by the balance between the downward pull of gravity and the upward push of the water. So you've got gravity pulling things down and the water's pushing it up. This upward pushing force is called buoyancy. Now, buoyancy as well, if the downward pull of gravity and upward push of water are in balance, the object will float. If the weight force down is larger than the upward push of the water on the object, then the object will sink. So it's obviously to do with the weight of the force on the object. Now, you have an investigation to do, which you can do at home, just like I'm doing, and I'm doing it in the backyard. You can do yours in the backyard with a bucket, or you might want to try a bathtub or a sink or a laundry tub. And you're going to need a ball. Now, what we're going to be doing, I've got some different objects here. What have you got here, Layla? What's that?
Flower.
A flower. So we're going to put, where is it? There's our flower there. Quick. Grab our flower. Now, hang on, before you put it in, is it going to float or sink? What do you think?
Float.
Okay, let's put it in. Put it in the water. And what's it doing?
Floating.
It's floating. All right, why?
Because
Why is it floating in the water?
it's pink.
Big.
It's pink.
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 Okay. Why else is it floating? Olivia, why is it floating?
It's light.
It's light, thank you. Okay, let's take the flower out. Okay, so now Olivia, what have you got to put in the water?
Brick.
Brick. Okay, show us it. What do you think is going to happen?
It's gonna sink.
Why?
Because it's heavy.
Oh, okay, it's heavy.
Yeah.
All right, let's put that in the water. Brick, all right, and it's going to
Sink.
sink like a brick, didn't it? Sunk like a brick down the bottom there. Okay, so that's basically what you're doing, except you're going to be using a ball. Now you can use any type of ball, even a bowling ball if you want. You have some questions to go with that. Now notice, some of your questions have got lines, so I expect sentences. So when you push on the ball in the tub of water, explain what happens. So your answer will be, when I pushed on the ball of water, then you'll tell me what happens in a nice sentence. And then in number 3, when you let go of the ball, so once you're pushing the ball in the water, when you let go, what happens? Okay, so you're going to write a sentence there. When I let go of the ball, this happened, okay? And why do you think that happened? You're going to write another sentence in number 3. And number 3, this happened because, okay? Now, number 4, you have to draw a diagram showing forces. Now, when we do scientific diagrams, we label them. So what I've done here, I've started doing the flower one. Not very good, because I've had to do it while holding the phone. You just hold that there. Thanks. All right. So with your diagram, you need to show the arrows. So you've got the arrow, or this here, the arrow of the force of the water pushing up on the flower. So let me just label that. There's
I'm going to hold it.
There's our flower, so I've labelled it. Just see if that in there. There. Now, there's another arrow as well, which is gravity. Okay? And we're going to put another arrow there because gravity is working as well. But notice the arrows are different size because the flower is floating. That means the force of the water is greater. So there's gravity here. Gravity, that's right.
That's funny.
Okay, so that's what that is there. Okay, all right. So that's what that's supposed to be. So you can draw a nice diagram there showing the arrows. You're going to use a ball. Now, your last activity in science, you have these pictures here. You got 6 pictures, and you have to decide what force is being used in that picture. So if you look at the first picture here, you've got a girl. What's she doing? What do you do? What do you think she's doing, Lola?
Doing the plant on the
Yeah,
ground.
she's pulling the plant out of the ground, isn't she? Okay, so she's pulling. So you'd say the force that she's using there would be a pulling force. Okay, and circle that. Okay, all right, so that's how you do those pages. If you've done that, that's fine. All right, so thanks for C. That's our science, and I hope you have a great day. Oh,
Yes!
that's Mr. Burns.